What is, because this whole LA podcast scene does seem a little bit dead.
It's gay. They're all gay. They're all gay. They're, you know, I'm not even, and I won't even name specific names, but the whole drama that's going on in the LA podcast scene, it's one of the gayest things I've ever seen. This is like high school level drama where they're like calling each other and they're talking shit and they're threatening each other. And it's like, guys.
In New York, the drama is all of you can't afford your rent.
Yeah.
So it's actually real drama. Like the New York podcast scene is somebody being like, I am homeless.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing how everyone is so poor in New York.
This is people in mansions talking shit about each other. In New York, the drama is like, my parents just kicked me off the family plan and I'm 38. I'm 38 and I don't have a phone.
Yeah. My roommate moved out and I was not able to secure another roommate for that room this month. I'm actually going to kill myself.
New York drama is like people hang themselves.
Yeah, dude.
People try to kill themselves.
Yeah. My bed is covered in rat feces.
I just, you know what it is?
Best thing about New York, dude, you go to like, people who have money too. Like Big J's got money.
Big J has money.
He's got talent. He's got a nice apartment.
Big J is one of the funniest people on planet Earth. But it's not
nice. This is what New York is,
New York's
dude.
Nothing's nice.
You're like, everything's expensive and you're like, this sucks. It's dirty. There's garbage everywhere in front of your building.
Money in New York, you have to have like $100 million.
It's fucking wild,
crazy.
Dude. It's a wild thing. And you go down to Tribeca, one of the most expensive neighborhoods in New York.
Yeah,
everything looks like shit, dude. It looks like a heroin den everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like, this is like one of the most expensive buildings. You're like, what the fuck is going on? It's tiny.
Yeah, it's true.
It's wild.
Well, it's just a different life.
Yeah.
It's a different life. And it makes you funnier.
It does.
But the funniest people in the world come from LA.
Yeah.
The funniest people in the world are good-looking surfers and people that are mixed martial artists.
Yeah.
That's where funny comes. Funny comes from hot people.
LA just needs to struggle a little more.
Funny comes from when hot people get bored.
Yeah.
If we know one thing about comedy, it's when a hot person is bored, that's when the genius comes.
It's true.
When a hot person has nothing to do that day, they open their mouth and the genius comes out.
Yeah. The biggest struggle for like LA comedians, this is the one you hear, it's like, dude, I struggled, dude. I was a doorman at the Comedy Store.
The biggest struggle is when they actually have to do comedy.
Yeah.
Like the biggest struggle is when they actually have to do it.
Yeah.
It's like the vast majority of it is like, here's a photo with me kind of doing it. And then when they actually, when people actually like go like do something. That's why a lot of the funny people out here, whether it's me, Annie, Bill Burr, and I'm not saying I'm in any of the categories of these, I'm not putting us in any category, but like Sebastian, those are East Coast guys.
Yeah.
Those are East Coast people.
Oh yeah, they're all the funny ones are East Coast guys.
Right?
You know?
That are transplants.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's really from LA. Who the fuck's from LA?
I don't know.
Yeah, none of them are.
Nobody.
Right?
Well, there's
just D'Elia, I guess.
D'Elia's from LA.
Yeah.
And he's funny.
I don't really know his stand-up that well.
I don't either.
I don't think I've ever heard him tell a joke.
He's a funny guy.
No, I think what he does to women is funny. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that. I said women. They're all adults. I backed him up on this. These young women. I feel bad for the guy. It's like we all got to pretend that 18-year-olds aren't hot. We're like,
yep. They're hot.
By the way, Tim Dillon, his view from his, I don't want to give too much information, but it's directly into Beverly Hills High School.
Absolutely.
Into the cafeteria. You look down into it.
I have a sponsorship program
it's psychotic, dude. I had to stop.
By the way, you know what's funny? I'm texting True Geordie. You know him? This massive busy guy.
British guy, yeah.
I think, because I have this Irish twink I talk to and I hang out with. I'm texting True Geordie. I think it's the Irish twink. Literally, this is the conversation I have with True Geordie. That was, I swear to God, I'm reading the conversation. Okay, listen to this. I'm not even kidding. He goes, "This Brendan Schaub versus Bobby Lee shit is wild, bro. It's a car crash. Hope you're in the UK soon." And then I go, "I'm gonna call you in an hour." I said, "Call me when you wake up, winky face. We'll plan it." True Geordie. He goes, "Sweet, thanks." So then he goes, then he texts me, he goes, "You awake, bro?"
Do you know what True Geordie looks like?
Get up, True Geordie.
True Geordie.
I'm mortified. Get up, True Geordie. I swear to God. Look at True Geordie, okay? This guy's
this is what you
tank.
want. Oh no, you want a twink. You don't like a guy this big.
But this guy's a tank. Listen to this. He texts me. I text him, right? I go, you awake, bro? You awake, bro? Ready? He texts me back. Yeah, just listen to your podcast about Brendan raping you. I'm crying, laughing. I text him back. You're allowed to rate me winky face.
No, you didn't.
Swear to God. You're allowed to rate me winky face. He texts me back. I know, because you won't say anything because you want it to be about the work. I respect that. LOL. He goes, do you know when you may be in London? I go, I'm flying you here. Did you forget?
He doesn't understand. You're stroking your cock the whole time.
I go, I'm flying you here. Did you forget?
By the way, I know, here's the thing. I know this type of texting.
Yeah.
You are masturbating while you're doing this.
It was in my hand, maybe. And then I go, I'm flying here. Did you forget? Now I start to worry. I'm like, is this twink, does he have like a dementia? Which I'm fine with. Yeah. But he goes, I go, oh, who is this? And he goes, oh, True Geordie, Brian. I'm like, oh my God. How embarrassing. I felt really embarrassed about that.
That's hilarious.
But, you know, nothing Chris did is proven.
No.
So the reality is I'm a person where I go, hey.
Also, I don't think what he did wasn't illegal, and I don't give a shit if you think a guy's creepy.
Right, it doesn't matter.
I don't fucking care, dude. And there's a lot of lot of creepy people. In fact, most people are creepy. You just don't know about their fucking creepiness. Louis C.K., it was just being a creep, right?
A little creepy.
A little creepy, dude. Be a little fucking. It happens, dude. It's
the worst thing D'Elia did was that he produced a school play. It's the worst thing he did was I think he funded and produced a school play.
I don't actually know that he did anything. My understanding when it was all happening,
been proven.
It was all like 18 or 19-year-old girls. It was like a girl that was like 17, I guess, when he found out she was 17.
He always said
this was the creepiest thing that he did.
Right.
He found out she was 17. Then like a year later, after she had turned 18, he hit her up again. And that's a little bit.
It's good memory.
It's not, but it's not fucking grooming. He's not a teacher. He's not a fucking person in his life. Dude, he likes hot young girls.
Right.
You know, most guys like hot young girls. Most guys don't have the opportunity to get hot young girls, right? So they deal with their fucking hag wives.
You fuck your hag wife. And so nothing was proven.
Yeah, and even if whatever was proven, I think everything that he was accused of was just sort of him being a little bit of a douchey, creepy dude, which most guys are.
Right.
Most guys are way fucking worse than that, to be honest with you. Most guys are fucking pieces of shit. So I never really, you know, I think it's kind of funny. I think it's all funny. Like, I tease these guys and I talk about this stuff on my shows, and I think a lot of people in LA think that like Legion of Skanks and me, like we like are trying to troll them. It's like, no, dude, it's just sort of the elephant in the room. It's a story. When Callan gets fucking canceled for something, it's a big story in comedy. And to not talk about it and not talk about it in a funny way.
That's a story where it's like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, listen, I don't, whatever everyone's experience is, and I've talked about it before where I go, is it possible that he had one idea of the night, she had another idea?
I'm sure. Very possible. Very possible.
And this was not what it's being portrayed as. Yeah. And that when we look at those dynamics of people that meet up, maybe they're drinking, they hook up, and then, you know, 20 years
later.
They're
also soulless actors.
There's LA soulless actors.
I mean,
This is my thing with Meghan Markle. She's like, oh, they're racist. And I'm like, of course they're racist, but you're an actress.
Yeah.
So I can't believe, I'm going to believe you. I'm choosing between the British reptilian royal family and an LA actress. They're the same person. Yeah. I'm like, these, you know?
Yeah. It's, you know, a lot of, it's just a silly, they got so, it's almost like, like I know Pete Davidson pretty well, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll talk about him on my show. And I feel bad sometimes because I'm like, I've always really liked Pete. Always been a really sweetheart of a guy, right? But he's so famous that I'm not talking about the Pete Davidson that I knew from the comedy scene. I'm talking about this celebrity thing that's fucking Kim Kardashian and roasting Kanye. It's like, it's so much bigger than, and I would feel bad if Pete Davidson ever heard us like talking shit. Well, it's not even really talking shit. It's just sort of poking fun and making fun of the whole situation.
Yeah.
He might come to me one day and be like, hey, dude, why would you say that? That like hurt my feelings. And I was like, dude, you don't have feelings anymore. You're famous. You're a billionaire.
Yeah, you just gotta release yourself.
And also, like, I don't really feel bad for people that are fucking millionaires that get made fun of online. I don't feel bad for you.
That's right.
That's your fucking biggest problem.
I feel bad
is
for
that people on Reddit are saying mean words about. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Right.
You're a millionaire,
right?
And you care about what somebody on Reddit says.
There are people that cannot eat.
Yeah,
there are people that don't have the money to pay their rent. That cannot get their kids insulin.
Mike
don't
Feeney.
have healthcare. Right. Now, so those people, my audience,
Jeremiah Watkins, we know them.
Jeremiah Watkins is doing the star maps in LA, trying to show people houses.
He's flipping signs.
He's flipping signs. He's just trying to show people. He's selling fruit with Mexicans right now on the freeway. Jeremiah Watkins is trying to sell bottles of water on the 405. So the reality is, it's, you know, those are the people you go, it's, you know, people can say whatever they want.
It's just kind of like, I learned a long time ago. I have a very thick skin. I get trolled. I got trolled by the Opie and Anthony subreddit years ago, to the point where, like, I was going back at them, and it was like they went dude. It was like they made their own subreddits that were dedicated to me.
Right.
And it just literally gave me a thick skin to it.
Right.
There's nothing that anybody could say. There's no word. Here's what's happening. This is the physical action. A stranger somewhere in the world is going like this.
Right.
Whether they're good words or bad words, the physical action, actually what it is.
My name, Tim Dillon, is the same name as a guy who works at Marvel. And literally in his Twitter handle, he says, not the comedian.
Yeah.
Because all day, every day, people just tweeted this guy and go, you're fat.
I hope you get AIDS.
I hope you get AIDS and die. You're a fascist. You piece of shit. You sat next to Alex Jones. You did a podcast with Alex. And this guy's like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, dude.